Hey everyone. So delayed. We're like turning it into a weekly show. Let's show us off here. We're doing really good. We're doing essentially Graston technique on the scar. Down at the bottom there, the most red big spot. That's just where they had done a bad staple. And I'm still doing stretches and getting more. My workouts are more like around the house related. I ended up fixing the washing machine this week. I had to like pick it up, flip it around, work on some real rusty water pipes and twisting them and turning them, and that was like a really good workout. So getting some non-standard workouts in there. Got my second Pfizer shot on Tuesday. I guess that's why I'm just like F it, like didn't do a video. Because Wednesday, yeah, geez, Wednesday was nuts. Got the shot on Tuesday. Everything felt fine. Maybe a little sore in the arm. Started to get that feeling of like, yeah, that you got that shot, like the same feeling I got the last time, where it was like you need to go to bed. Luckily, no emergencies kept me up this time around, and I was able to get to bed at a fairly reasonable hour, maybe even a little early. And then I woke up about 10 in the morning and was like, "Ooh, I'm really warm. I have a fever going on, and I just don't feel good." And like, get up, use the restroom and stuff, and I'm going back to bed. Had a really hard time falling asleep. Put a little box fan on me to try to cool down and stuff. And the fever kept having me like hallucinate that the fan was like blowing water on me, and like in big wet waves, like I was underwater. So it was, and I knew I had just enough fever dream to have the sensation and just enough sanity to be like, that's not right. Probably about 2 hours later, I fell asleep, and then I had set an IT alarm for a project I was working on, and my phone was in some weird spot because I was tossing and turning, and it went off like right next to my head, and I was like, like jump up, grab the like ceiling, and like I just fell asleep. Go back to bed. Woke up about 2:30 in the afternoon, so maybe about like a 4.5 5 hour extra nap, and I was like, oh, did I just wake up because something changed? Fever is broke. That's crazy. I still felt tired. I think it's pretty normal if you have a decent fever. You don't get a lot of rest. Like you are sleeping, but your body's still like burning and going hard. Uh, and I go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, I'm super dehydrated now. Now that's crazy because the night before I drank an entire gallon of water, almost all the way down to the bottom, and then went to bed and then woke up dehydrated. So it's like, what? So I've been trying to drink water since then. Because of all that, we just kind of been delaying stuff. I've been watching Cray do a lot of Resident Evil Village. I'd like to do a short. Well, he might even do a run through, a speed run of the game once you have all the equipment from beating it over and over. Um, is around under 3 hours or so. Definitely under four. I think the achievement is like do it in four, so there's some leeway in there. So it would be good to have him play through it and talk with him about it. Especially because it's kind of like a newer game and we have access to it, and we don't do a ton of new games on the channel, but this is a game that a lot of people are into. It's a series that I've been very into. I used to run the news group FAQ way back in the 90s for the Resident Evil 1 and 2 era and 3. I like those three games a lot. I respect and like 4 now, but when 4 came out, the change to gameplay was like that's not what I wanted. I wanted more Resident Evil, and they sort of knew better because that game was amazing, but they didn't know better in what I wanted at the time. Luckily, there was Code Veronica and tons of other games, and in the end, you can always kind of replay those old games. Those games at the time, you replayed them a lot and stuff. So um, hopefully we'll do something with Andy tonight. He called, he texted in to say, take your time recovering from the shot, and I took advantage of that. I don't often do it, but I was like, God, man, I'm just getting beat up here. I need to give it some time. So, done that and feeling better, feeling mentally better to have the shot. So, wife's getting it next Tuesday. So hopefully we'll get a Cray video up. If we get an Andy video, maybe if Andy can't make it tonight, I'll just put up something. I have a backlog of Cray stuff I need to put up anyway for Halo, but I might record something on my own, seeing on how I feel. Yeah, it's just a bad timing on stuff. It's weird how things just kind of stack and they roll on, But Arm's doing good. I was able to move the washing machine around, work on those pipes that are really hard to turn on and off. Kind of those metal knobs that are so tight and old and small that it just hurts your hands to even just like turn them. You're just like, God, you want to get like a wrench and just turn it, The getting the vaccine is a good mental thing, because I don't like how they ran it. I don't like how they run the site now. They have a whole new ownership. They moved the Oakland Coliseum site over to Carbon Health, and I don't know why they did all these changes. My perception and experience of them was that they're idiotic. They had people checking you in on the passenger side of your car. They set up tables with people giving vaccine in the middle of the rows of cars, so they were serving both sides, but they also just didn't have enough people. So I was trying to like read the scenario of people running around and cars were pulling in and emptying, and our lane sat there while cars filled and emptied 4 times on the sides of us. And they even started a new lane of cars on our right. So this side went 3 times, that side went 3 times, and the new lane went twice, and then we finally got done. And when they waved us out, and you're supposed to sit there for 15 minutes observation, they gave me a little 15-minute sign, and I pulled into the observation thing, and the guy said, "You here for 15-minute observation?" I said, "Yeah, I just got here." He said, "Cool," and he took the 15-minute sign off my car. I was like, I guess, I don't know, like, as long as I sit here for 15 minutes. But then the like security guys came around and were like, go, get out of here, your time's up. And we're like, time's definitely not up. And on the way home, I stopped to grab some food to celebrate for dinner at a pizza place, and I'm picking up the pizza, and my texts go off like, "You're okay to leave the vaccination site." I've already gone and buying a pizza. Like, I don't know what they are doing. They're probably concerned about money and stuff, but the shots are still getting done. It was so amazing the first time and so frustrating the second time, but it's over, and that's mentally I just barfed that out, and it's gone and it's done. So yeah, we're doing okay. Let's cut it here. This is a little bit long for a check-in video, but it's also a little bit delayed. Let's just make a promise we'll do one on Sunday to get us back on track, even though it's a little like boom, 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 back to back. Hopefully we'll put something up by then, and I can talk about that. All right, guys, see you later.